Alright, we've got a TEAC A4010. I'm going to turn the power off just so you can see the VU meters do work. I don't have any tape, as I've explained in another video for another TEAC, an X7R I believe is what it is, MK2, that I sold recently. But I noticed when I push power, the VU meters do come up, and they do work fine. So does the counter. So your counter works. We'll do that real quick, not that it matters, because you'll still see the counter no matter what. Got this right here. Nothing huge. It's got some problems, some little issues, obviously, because it's been around the block, I'm sure. I got this at a Goodwill. Here's some possible problems right there. Definite problems, but that's nothing too issue-y. There's some stuff here. Just trying to get a good visual of everything that I can see from where I'm standing. There's a little hit right there. These are pretty superficial, to be honest with you. These can probably be polished out. No huge hits to the integrity of the machine. There's a mark right there. The front, I haven't cleaned this, I haven't opened it, I haven't changed belts. It worked fine out of the box. There was no box, so don't expect one. What I mean is I got it from Goodwill. It came with the original cord, which was cool, always a bonus. And it worked fine. I had a Beatles album that was a recorded album. It wasn't an actual album from somebody else, and it had several, maybe three or four albums on it total. I never finished it, but during the White Album, which was probably about halfway through, I think I fast forwarded because I was kind of interested in. Anyways, and then when I stopped, it snapped that tape. I played two other different ones after that, which were non-important ones. And they seemed fine, actually. I don't know if it was a tape. I went online and looked, and evidently there's two issues that could be. It could be that the tape was wound too tight, or it could be that one of these right here didn't snap when it should. So they might need to be oiled. Belts probably will need to be changed, but this item works as is right now. Or did. And hopefully it will. Because actually I haven't even tried it, so let's try it. You want to try it? Sure! Alright, good. Let's go ahead and put this right here. This is what you got to do when you use a cell phone as a video player. You got to sometimes put it against some boxes. Alright, so we'll do this and this. We'll press play going this way. Let's turn some power on. Why not? As you see, the VU meters all popped up. VU meters work fine. This plays and records fine. I did both, and it sounds great. So we'll do this, and then we'll push play. As you see, the counter's working, and then we'll press stop. So, I mean, the stop seems pretty instantaneous. I guess this is where the problem may have been. I don't know. I mean, like I said, I played two other tapes. I just don't want it to be something that... There you go. So we'll play the other way, and then we'll press fast, and you'll see that the tire came down. And then we'll do this. And see, this one spun a little bit longer, and maybe that's what happened. I wanted to know. I wanted to actually look at this and open it up and stuff and see if it wasn't something that could have been simply fixed. But I've got about a week and a half now before I move to Florida. So I'm getting rid of all the heavy stuff that I can't fix right now, as it kind of promised to my wife, which is a good idea. You know, there's such thing as having too much. So, but anyways, yeah, this is the TEAC A4010S. Oh, one more thing too, I forgot. I always want to look at the outputs and inputs so you can kind of see what kind of function you'll be able to do. We've got your output section right here. This is the AR40S. This is the amp that comes with this machine pretty much out of the box. Your in-out DIN and your line in. So it's a relatively simple thing. You've got your remote with the cap on, which evidently this is always missing or usually missing or something. And then you've got your AC power cord, which is the original cord that came with the machine And then you've got your, your little tag here with your well glued. Good job. Obviously this was just glued on, maybe by the actual place or actual company, or maybe by somebody else after it fell off. It actually looks like they really went to town with the glue, but anyways, who cares? You're not going to be looking at that or using that. One more thing too, there's a screw missing. There was a piece of wood right here, and the screw went into that piece of wood, and the wood had actually come off right here, and it doesn't look like it was actually part of it. I don't even know why it was on there, but when I went like this and pulled, it literally just came out. So my feeling is maybe somebody was trying to rig it, and maybe the screw doesn't fit in there or something like that. Maybe it's stripped inside. I'm not sure. It doesn't affect anything for the machine, so I never made any kind of, oh, I hope that screw works. Golly gee, if it doesn't, what am I going to do? And that's it. That's the A4010S. Like I said, and as far as my use on this was not minimal. It was, I would say I probably played about 10 to 15 tapes on it before that Beatles incident, and the 2 other tapes too were part of that whole 10 to 15. So I did play and did rewind and did everything fine. So my feeling is that it probably was just the tape. But that saying, I also don't want this to snap somebody else's tape and then get peeved at me. So I'm trying to be as honest as possible about any kind of problems that I might have had. And that's one problem. Oh, and one more thing too, and this was on there before, is that scratch right there. So, but I mean, really, it's a nice machine. Hasn't been taken apart, by me at least. I don't think it's been taken apart anyways. But there it is. So, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask.